What's up, Game Changers, and welcome to the Game Changers Podcast. I'm your host, TJ, aka Mr. Game Changer, and I'm here with a guest. This is episode 99 of the Game Changers Podcast. I'm here with a very special guest, a former Western Michigan player, a former Minnesota player, a former player at DePaul University, now is playing overseas, has been playing overseas for multiple years right now. Professional basketball player, great child of God, great person, great human being, one of my best friends in the whole entire world, Brandon Johnson.
It's one of the best intros I ever heard, bro. I appreciate that. We family for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Always. Welcome to the pod, man. How you feeling today, bro?
Man, I'm doing all right, bro. As long as I'm awake, and God give me another day on this earth, I'm blessed.
Yeah, good. I mean, what you were just telling me before, it did seem like you was awake when you please, before we get started, tell us about this cut that you got above your eye right now. And please tell us where you're coming from right now. Because y'all, I don't usually do the Zoom thing on the pod. I usually have people come in person, but I had to do it for my mans because you're currently where? Tell
I'm
us.
currently right now I'm in the second month of me being in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Um, this is technically my fourth year playing professionally, and this cut that we were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
It was literally like 15 minutes left to go in practice. We were scrimmaging 5-on-5, and I'm going up for a rebound in a crowd of my other teammates and everything like that. I try to tip it out. One of my teammates has the same idea. His arm goes back, literally, elbow literally just hits me square in the face. And I'm thinking, oh, like my nose is bleeding. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm running off. I'm like, yo, stop the play. And they like, no, it's not your nose, it's not your nose. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, y'all not about to sit up here and tell me it ain't my nose that's bleeding. I just literally touched my nose and seen all this blood in my hand.
Right.
And then one of my teammates was like, it's above your eye, it's above your eye. So I put my hand like this, and I'm like, oh my God. I immediately sat down, made the
Mm-hmm.
trainer run to me. Maybe my coaches ran over, like, are you good? And I already knew like where the cut was and the amount of blood that was coming out. And I knew
Mm-hmm.
I had to get stitches. So that's why I'm patched up right now. But it's all a part of the game.
Yeah. So all a part of the game, man. Man, I elbow to the face. I know. I've been elbowed before. I've elbowed people also before. I'm pretty sure you have too, but I've never full blood full blood to the point where you thought it was your nose.
Yeah.
Cause usually when your nose is running, I've had that happen before. Like I've had a bloody nose and I've had to go run and stop the
Facts.
bleeding. But dang,
I was lifting my head up. It was still just running down. And I'm like, oh, nah.
mm-hmm.
And this is the first time I ever had stitches. I done had surgeries and stuff like that. But first time, it's always the first time for everything, I guess.
Yeah. But
So
life treating you well out there, bro.
doing good out here, doing good. It's a little difficult, just like being away from friends and family and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But the challenge of being over here by yourself and getting a job done every day is more character building than anything. So
Mm-hmm.
like I appreciate the struggles that I go through and the good times that I go through out here because it's good character development for me. I feel.
Okay. So let's stay on overseas basketball real quick because you play college now. You playing professional. I do consider collegiate basketball a type of professional basketball because it's really structured. Wouldn't you agree
For
that it's
sure.
a form of professional? So, but what's the difference between playing in college and playing overseas? Because I mean, I've been to your college games. We played against each other in high school. but I've never seen you in a overseas level type game. What's the difference as far as the practices, the games, just everything?
So, in terms of my experiences, the game itself is a lot. You got to approach it a lot different as a player. When playing in college, you got teammates that are genuine friends. Like over time,
Mm-hmm.
y'all build a bond together and stuff like that. And not to say that that can't happen overseas, but when you come overseas immediately, they view you as just a basketball player
Mm-hmm.
and what you can do for them on the floor. And if you can't do anything to help this team win on the floor, then they'll just bring in another guy just like you and send you home.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more of a, in terms of playing in college, it's more like the atmosphere is way different. Like you got friends possibly in the stands, family in the stands. Like over here, like I'm literally fending for myself, and I got to
Mm-hmm.
bring my own energy. I got to bring if I because it's certain instances where like a teammate might not care for me. He might not like me because I'm taking his minutes. He feels or
Mm-hmm.
but that's like it's the competitive side of basketball. But you coming to a different country, you pretty much on the island by yourself. So you got to bring your
Yeah.
own energy. You got to keep positive no matter what ups and downs may come within the season because in the game of basketball, it ain't always gonna be ups, regardless of how talented you are.
Right. Okay. So, I mean, well, I would assume that that's even heavier on the way games.
I
Or
mean the
is
way
it or because I seen a video on Instagram where this dude was like stretching and it was like crazy. It was like fire. It was like this whole stadium is going. It's like it was crazy. It's fire over here. They screaming, chanting. It looked like a soccer game or something, but it's a basketball game.
no,
How are
like
the away games?
in terms of my season last year, because last year I played in Luxembourg, and
Where's
Lux
Luxembourg? So the audience know.
Luxembourg is located in Europe.
Okay.
Um, it's in close to Belgium and France,
Okay.
and the population out there they speak their second language is English.
Okay.
So away games out there, I would literally have like fans from the opposite gym talking to me in English, telling me like, "Oh, like you suck," like, "Oh, like we're gonna beat you tonight," blah blah blah. Their English ain't the best, but they trying
Right.
their best to like throw me off my game a little bit,
Yeah.
which, in all honesty, made me play better
Uh-huh.
because I know I could say something to them like in the middle of the game or something like that, or I could like give them a look and like I know what they saying.
Yeah.
Out here in Brazil, I could be in an away game. I could say something in the crowd. They wouldn't have a clue of what I'm saying because they only speak Portuguese here. Like majority of the people here only speak Portuguese,
Uh-huh.
and I'm pretty sure they say a lot of stuff about me in the stands, but I don't know what they saying to be honest. So
Mm.
I mean, and that's what like before when I talked about bringing my own energy because in college I was the type of player to feed off of insults and negative energy from away crowds and
Mm-hmm.
here like I know that they saying it but I don't know exactly what's being said.
Man, you gotta
So
learn some Portuguese, man.
I've been out here for a month and a half. I know how to say like good morning.
Uh-huh.
Good morning is bom dia.
Mm-hmm.
Saying thank you is like obrigado.
Mm-hmm.
And like I know like simple stuff, but in terms of having a conversation with somebody, I ain't achieved that level yet. But
So you don't know how to say, "Oh, we finna bust y'all." You don't know how to say that. You need to
no,
learn how to say that in Portuguese. You need to learn some trash talk, bruh, so you can talk to these fans. Cause I know you, bro. I know you. You got that Kobe type mentality. When you get in that zone, you get in that zone. You need to get some trash talk Portuguese going, bruh.
yeah, we only I'm only 5 games in the season that I've played. Actually, I've been here for 7, but I had to
Mm-hmm.
wait for like my contract to kick in and everything like that, and
Mm-hmm.
I had to go through like physical tests and make sure that I could be here and everything. But and with it being so early, I know that when it gets closer to playoff time, I'm gonna pick up on some of the lingo so I could
Mm-hmm.
chirp at some other players and stuff like that. But
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
it's gonna be nothing but it's gonna be respectful as long as they respectful. But
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. But you never know. You never
yeah.
know. You might hear nigger.
And hey, I hear that. I ain't even gonna lie. That's they gonna really kick in a mama
The
mentality for real.
bruh.
If I hear
Oh,
that.
bro, I can only imagine like the N word in Portuguese, bro. Should I look that up? Hold on, bro. Hold
It
on,
might
y'all. I'm
sound
gonna.
if I ain't gonna lie, if somebody would say that to me, I would know exactly what it is because regardless of the language,
Uh-huh.
it's gonna sound the same or
You think so?
somewhat similar.
You think so? Hold on. We're gonna look up Portuguese. I'm looking it up right now. Uh-oh, it's right here. It's right here. I'm about to do it. Yo, it's negro. It's like negro.
See? Yeah, so if somebody calls me that, I'm gonna know off rip. I'm gonna know off rip.
You gonna be like, what?
Be like, I know what that mean, bro. They ain't gonna know what I'm saying, but I'm gonna look them dead in the face with the smile that I got right now is gone
Mhm.
as soon as I
Yeah,
hear that coming out of their mouth.
yeah. But it's like, so let me ask you this because we know how racism is, and I'm not finna get too deep in this. We finna get in our topics in a second, but is there we know how the racism is in the United States. Is there any racism? Like, have you experienced any racism like playing overseas at all in your 4 years?
I definitely have for
Uh-huh.
sure. In terms of me, I played in Estonia before.
Okay.
That was my second job that I had. Technically, still my first year because I had a
Hmm.
summer job prior to that.
Hmm.
But I was literally at a restaurant, and after practice, a restaurant that I typically went to, and it was a type of like bar and grill type of restaurant. But they played music,
Hmm.
and this place attracted me because I heard like Nipsey Hussle playing out of it when I was walking past my apartment, and
Mm.
I'm like, well, how did I'm all the way out here in Europe? How did they know about Nipsey? So I
Rest in
go in
peace, Nip.
facts, but I go in there and I get like I'm scoping out the place and whatever, and uh, I ended up going up to like the counter or whatever, and the owner of the establishment was actually working at the counter at the time, and he spoke fluent English. And
Hmm.
like I talked to him for about 30, 40 minutes and got to know him very well, and like I became a regular there.
Okay.
And one day I was literally just like I was eating a burger, listening to music on my phone, and a lady comes up to me and like speaking English. The English wasn't bad, but she
Mhm.
uh she was asking like, "Oh, what are you doing in Estonia? Like, what brings you here?" I tell her I play basketball, and the conversation we were talking for maybe about 5 minutes, and then I knew the conversation was turning left when she said, "Can I ask you something?" And I'm like,
Yeah, yeah. We know
I'm
where
like,
that's gonna go.
I knew off the rip, so I'm like, what is it? And I do exactly like that. What is it? And then she was like, well, um, the word nigger, like, didn't even try to like nothing, just straight up put it out on the table. So like off a reflex, my hand is like balled up, like I had to hold myself back
You
because
finna
I
hit
know it's
this
gonna make
lady
me
for
cry. I'm like, yo. Then I had to calm down. I'm like, ma'am, you're not black. Don't say that. And then she was
Okay.
like, no, 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 no. But the word
Uh-huh.
said it again.
Okay.
She said that word in Estonia means something completely different. I said, I don't care what it means because you're talking to me about the version that I know.
All right.
So don't say it.
Mm-hmm.
So then she said it a third time.
Oh
And
my
then
gosh.
the owner of the establishment, is like standing right there. And apparently she was a regular too. He kicks
Uh-huh.
her out. And her friends, like she had a guy with her and another lady that was with her. The one of the friends comes up to me after he's trying to throw the first lady out. She
Mhm.
comes up to me and was like, "Oh yeah, they call me nigger all the time," because she was of Indian. I think she was Indian,
Uh-huh.
but she lived in Estonia for some years. And I said, "Ma'am, you can't say that either.
Mhm.
Like y'all think it's just cool to just let it fly in conversation. Like if I was somebody different and I wasn't raised right,
Oh, yeah,
this would
it'll
have been a
be
bad
over.
situation for all
Yeah,
y'all."
yeah, be mopping the floor with y'all.
So, but like the lady was trying to stress that it wasn't like she wasn't trying to say it like with hurtful intent, but like it was just like the ignorance was just so crazy that like
Mhm.
after a certain point, but you keep saying it, you saying it with malicious intent now because I done
Now,
told you stop twice.
did she say what it meant, or it didn't seem like she
No,
was trying to say that?
she it felt like she kept trying to say the word
Uh-huh.
and she was stalling to tell me what it meant in her language. But at that point, like you, after I
Oh,
told you stop the first time, I don't care what it means in your language now because one, I'm
mhm.
already thrown off,
Yeah, yeah.
and I'm not even from this country. I'm not from nowhere near here,
Mhm.
and for you to get kicked out, and the owner of that establishment saying that you're not allowed back in there when she was a regular means that I did everything that I was supposed to do in that situation correctly.
Mhm.
So and with if it was anybody else in that situation, they probably would have went to jail because off the
Yeah.
rip, they if
Well,
I'm back in the states, somebody hear that
yeah.
stop.
I would have probably walked off because like I would have be thinking like, man, like, come on, man. I'm in a whole nother country. She probably don't even know what she talking about right now. She probably like she don't even know who she talking to right now. Like, lady, please get out of my
I,
face with this N-word stuff.
that's why I kept telling them when she was getting escorted out. I said, "You lucky I was raised right."
Was she at least cute?
Not at all.
Come on, bro. You can't be
The
ugly
lady,
and saying the N-word. What's wrong? What's wrong with you, lady? What's wrong with you?
I ain't gonna talk too bad on the guy. Got it though. Guy got
Yeah. Okay, so let's get straight into some topics, bro. I had this one topic up because LaMelo Ball, I don't know if you've been seeing, but LaMelo Ball has been absolutely balling. I mean, 40 points, 50 points. In that 50-point game, I think he had 10 points in the first half and then 40 points in the second half, something crazy like
it.
that. And I think LaMelo Ball is just a super talented player. He's just in a wrong situation. And they're playing hard. I mean, they got Brandon Miller.
Hmm.
They got a couple other pieces, but I don't think that's the right situation for him. But I mean, he gonna stay because of the money.
For sure.
They gonna have to pay him more. So, but I just got a little game we finna go through. Let's say
Hmm.
this game is called, I didn't really name it, but the game is called Who is Better Than LaMelo? Let's do this. You ready?
I bet.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna name some point guards, and I want you to tell me, are they better than LaMelo Ball
All
right
right. Quick
now?
question. All
Yes,
right.
go ahead.
We going off stats right now, or that like
We just going off of
the past
and
season? Like what?
we talking about this season and just
Hmm.
in general. So I'm not really a stat guy, even though I can get into the stats, and my audience
Hmm.
know this.
For
I'm
sure.
like uh I'm like a visual guy. It's called something else, but like I really look at the person and watch basketball. You
Got you.
feel me? Like we both basketball heads, so we know when
For
the
sure.
dude is a hooper. It's like that video of them asking all them super good players when they was in high school who was the
Hmm.
hardest to guard. Every one of them said Cam Reddish
Facts.
because they played against him and they know it didn't really matter about stats. Even though they said he was dropping 40, 30, 40
Mm-hmm.
on them. So it's just
I got
like hooping in general.
you. Bet.
And you can add stats if you want. I don't know if you got stats just off the top of your head of these players, but shoot, yeah.
I might have a little something. I might have a little something.
Okay, so we're gonna start off light. Is
All right.
LaMelo Ball better than currently at this point? Drew Holiday.
Mm. Skill wise, yes.
Okay. Skill wise, yes. Okay. I like that you said that. Tyrese Maxey.
Yes. I give it. I give it to Melo on that. Even though Maxie is nice,
Yeah.
I gotta give it to Melo though.
Okay, I agree so far. Okay. Darius Garland. That's tough. That's tough.
I'm not gonna lie. Not just because I have like a somewhat personal connection with Darius, but
You
because
do?
his brother was my high school coach my senior year at Thea Bowman.
Oh shoot. Okay. I think I remember you telling me this. Didn't you tell me you worked out with him also?
Yeah, it was
Okay.
brief. It was like him and like a few other guys that like from the Indiana area and stuff like that. But
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
but and on that one I gotta go with DG just off the respect of how what they've been doing this season in Cleveland, to be honest. And he leading the charge with that team for real. So I got to go with DG.
Yeah. I would agree with that right now.
Fact.
Like if they went head to head, I would have to see how that game is gonna go. But Darius Garland, I did see him do some moves this season. I was like, oh my god, he is crafty.
Because I
He is
respect him
crafty.
because like he can get a bucket, but like he gonna facilitate that peel too.
Hmm.
And like not to say Lamelo don't, but like I feel like DG is a little bit more surgical in terms of that, in
Yeah.
terms of facilitating.
Okay. I like that. I like that. Dwight Howard also called him a baby Kyrie. That's what Dwight Howard said.
I can see it.
Yeah, I can see it too. Okay. Is LaMelo Ball better than currently Jamal Murray? Denver Nuggets.
Yes.
I agree. I agree. Even though I don't really like the Nuggets myself, but I'm agreeing because I've been watching basketball and Jamal Murray hasn't been doing good that season, but it's pretty early.
Yeah.
Um, let's go, Jalen Brunson.
Ah.
That's another tough one.
See, I'm gonna go JB. I'm gonna go JB, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna say JB just
Mm-hmm.
because of the style of his game. LaMelo is a little bit more flashy, and like
Mm-hmm.
in terms of myself, I'm not a flashy player too, but I know how to get to my spots, and I know how to create for myself and other people.
Mm-hmm.
JB is getting to that. He posting up that guard, and
Mm-hmm.
he gonna give you that up fake, and he gonna step through and give you that buck.
Yeah.
He know how to get. He know how to get his buckets in terms of post work, midi, floater work, and he can shoot.
Yeah.
And he is a true guard, a
Yeah.
true point guard. So that's why I'm giving it to JB.
See, I was gonna go with LaMelo Ball, but you changing my mind a little bit. You changing my mind a little bit because you reminded me of what I seen last season, especially in the playoffs. I mean, they were hurt as far as the Knicks, but like him just throughout the season, like just a multiple pump fake, reverse pivot, turn around, Jay, like he giving it to you, and then
Like
you
his
might,
game is nice.
yeah, and
It
then you
does
might
it's almost
foul
like
him
giving
while he on
Kobe.
the.
He
Say it
giving
again.
Kobe. He giving a little Kobe like type of footwork in that post.
Yeah,
Like he giving that
yeah,
old school like, all right, like I'm getting you off your feet somehow, some way. And if you don't
uh,
bite on it, I'm just gonna shoot over.
yeah. It's a lot of
I
players in the league that if they were 6'6", the league would look a little different,
scary,
a
scary.
little different.
Just
And
like
that,
DG, like I ain't gonna my man Darius Garland. If he
yeah,
LaMelo height, scary.
yeah. If Kyrie was 6'6",
Go, go.
they'd be in trouble. especially with Luca, and then we'll go to the next one. We'll go Luca. I know this will sound kind of crazy, but LaMelo versus Luca.
Man, I'm going Luca, bro.
Okay,
I gotta go Luca.
that was obvious. That was obvious. And the reason y'all, I'm choosing LaMelo Ball is because like the way that I'm seeing him playing right now, it's like if I could use it as a reference, um, if any of y'all ever have you ever seen why am I blanking? Twilight.
Bits and pieces. I ain't really.
Okay,
I ain't seen
so
the whole thing, but it's bits and pieces.
in the movie Twilight, it was I forgot which movie it was. It was a point where you had your old vampires and
Mm-hmm.
then you had the young vampires that
Mm-hmm.
really couldn't control themselves and was just eating everybody, like sucking the blood out of humans, just day after day after day, to the point where we need to find a way how to stop them from doing this. I kind of
Yeah.
feel like LaMelo is in that stage where if he smell blood, he coming at you. It don't matter what move he got to get into. It don't
Mm-hmm.
matter if he getting double team, he can get out of that. I just seen him do a double behind the back, throw the ball, but then catch it and throw it back to himself, do a little step back, fade away three, all net. Who
Nah,
what regular guard is doing that? Like a
his
regular
bag work is
coach,
crazy.
I
His bag
know.
work is crazy.
So I feel like he's like on a tear right now. He smell blood and he going at it. But versus Luca, veteran type player, I can say that now. What is he? 7, 8 years in the league. I mean,
I think so.
yeah. Plus, he been playing overseas since he was 18 or 16 or 15, something young
Mm-hmm.
like that. So, okay, I'm gonna give you a few more players. Tyrese Halliburton.
I'll go Lamelo now. Hallie
Mhm.
been tripping a little bit, like from what I when I am able to catch certain games and stuff like that. Like I expect him to be that, like what he was doing the first part of the season last year,
Mhm.
like the before All Star break. That was crazy when I seen what Halliburton was doing.
Mhm.
Then in terms of the second part of the season, as it was like a slow decline with him.
Mhm.
And like I don't know if it's just because like people like the scouting report getting better on him, like people know how to guard him now, whatever. But he wasn't impacting the game as much as he was at that peak of the beginning of the season. And that's one
Mhm.
thing. That's one thing that I am kind of nervous about Lamelo right now because yeah, he's young, but in turn when it gets to crunch time, like when he playing against more like more guards that's been in the league for a long time. He played against more experienced players. Are those moves gonna work?
Mhm.
Like, will they even let you get the ball? Like in
Yeah.
terms of like Drew Holiday, like he's on that.
Yeah. For sure. For sure. Yeah, that's why he got a spot on the USA team. That's why he has a gold medal right now, bro.
Mm-hmm.
His defensive prowess. Like I've literally not Drew Bledsoe. Drew Holiday is so good. I watched like a full video on him just playing defense. Cause I
Facts.
was like, bro, it's no way he's it's no way he's locking up these players like he is. Like they cross him up, but he's beating them to the spot, and then they try to get to that next spot, but he getting there.
And they ain't just guards. Like he can guard legitimate like one through three, maybe one through four, depending on the four.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've seen him lock up incredible players, like in terms of like their finals, against the Suns
Yeah,
when he
yeah,
was in
yeah,
Milwaukee.
yeah, yeah,
If he was not a part of that team, the Bucks don't even make it to the finals, let
yeah.
alone win it.
I agree.
And like that type of impact, and like Lamelo is sensational offensively,
Mm-hmm.
but defensively, I don't know if like he has that type of impact that some of these other players that you have mentioned have.
And what is he? A game changer. A
Facts though.
game changer.
Facts
Yeah.
though.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I got three more players because I'm not gonna disrespect them. I'm not gonna disrespect Stephen Curry by even saying his name.
Yeah, no, no.
Three more players. Let's De'Aaron Fox.
I'm going D Fox.
Mm.
I'm going D Fox.
Mm.
He owns something this year, bro. I ain't gonna lie. He coming different. No digging. But yeah.
You said no Diddy. What was the no Diddy for?
Hey.
What you said? Cause he coming?
Yeah, I said he coming different this
Oh
year.
my god, bro. Hey, I accept that, man. It's just I accepted no Diddy because he did whatever he did, but I just don't like when people be like pause. Like I don't play the pause game, bro. I feel like we from Chicago, bro.
See,
So
I
we
got too
can
many immature teammates, bro. Over the past few years, I done had too many teammates that pulled that on with a swiftness, bro.
yeah. Okay, that's understandable. Next one we gonna go Trey Young.
Mm. I give it to LaMelo.
Yeah,
Trey,
yeah,
he been the same player for me since he came into the league, for real,
yeah.
for real. But like LaMelo, like slowly, I feel like LaMelo can make a bigger impact on that Hornets team
Mm-hmm.
than Trey has done with the Hawks.
I agree.
So
I
I give
definitely
it to
agree with
LaMelo.
that. I definitely agree with that. And just a side note, just a real quick question in a 101, because I heard a lot of players also how they talked about Cam Reddish in high school. They talked about Sharif Cooper a lot.
Mm.
I think he's somewhere in the G League right now, but
Yeah.
Cooper versus Trey Young. Trey, I'm not trying to disrespect you. Cooper versus Trey Young in a 101. Who you taking? And I'm just trying to pick his brain because Brandon is a really like basketball mind. So you feel me? I really chose this episode to just pick his brain about some stuff.
In terms, I ain't gonna cap. Like I've seen Sharif like ball his life. I done seen him in college. I done seen Trey Young in college because when I was
Mhm.
in college, he was in college, and
Right.
that's when he was averaging 30 a game in Oklahoma and all that. But like in
Mm-hmm.
terms of like one on one, like face to face, like matchup,
Mm-hmm.
I'm giving that to Sharif because like
Mm-hmm.
Trey, like one, his bailout is his shot.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. But like Sharif, like he has a shot to him, but like he knows how to like break somebody down, like literally. And Trey
Mm-hmm.
not already the best defender. Unless Trey scored every buck, if he scored like what, let's say they're going to 10 all ones,
Mm-hmm.
unless he scored 10 straight, I don't see him beating Sharif Cooper, bro.
Mm. That's saying something.
And
I
more
just wanted to get your opinion on that.
in the team setting, of course, Trey Young is a better player, but like in terms of like Beasley, Michael Beasley.
Mike Beasley. Yep. Shout out to the legend, man.
It's guys like that like in terms of a one on one setting, it's nothing you can do with them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not a good I'm not I ain't gonna say I'm a good one. I'm not a good one on one player. Like I ain't gonna say like I'm up there with like the greats, but like
Mm-hmm.
you feel me? Like I know what to do against who I'm playing against in the one on one to get the advantage.
Yeah.
And Trey Young has a lot of disadvantages when it comes to one on one, specifically just for the defense.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. They keep on trying to put Trey Young on my team, bro. I keep
I've been
seeing,
seeing the trade rumors.
bro. I don't want Trey Young on the Lakers. What he gonna do? He not gonna do nothing for us. He not gonna do nothing for us. We need a big man. Lakers, please go get Dwight Howard. I just
I've
want to
been
say
saying that for
this.
the last 2 years, bro. He was
They've
the
been.
only one that was actually able to somewhat stop Jokic when they played him. Any good big man, him and JaVale McGee played some of the best defense in terms of bigs
Mm-hmm.
in a long time. Regarding the allegations of what Dwight got going on off the floor or whatever, that don't matter. If they want to win, they need to
Yeah.
bring him back.
Yeah.
They shouldn't
Yeah.
have got
Yeah.
rid of JaVale.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what bro. It's just so sad that us as fans, just fans in general, I'm not saying just Lakers fans, multiple fans have been saying, hey, go get Dwight
bro.
for
Like,
cheap. But they not doing it. Like, I don't know what be going on in these GM offices. Like, it gotta be some, it gotta be a reason. But we gonna go to this last player, LaMelo Ball versus Ja Morant.
mm,
And let me just say my answer first. I'm going LaMelo Ball.
mm.
I'm going LaMelo
All right,
Ball.
let me ask why.
Because I feel like LaMelo is a little bit more craftier. Uh, Ja Morant is intense, and he's
Mm,
very intentional with his moves and his drives. But
mm,
I feel like LaMelo Ball is a little bit more unpredictable. So on defense, I could see Ja Morant like looking crazy. Like
for
on
sure.
LaMelo Ball 1-on-1, I can see LaMelo doing the move. Ja Morant go this way, LaMelo back this way. And you know how they look back, like how Sharif got that one video where he crossed and then looked back that dude.
Hmm.
I can see LaMelo Ball doing that to Ja Morant. So I'm taking LaMelo. I just like LaMelo Ball and his skill set. Like he just plays so free to me.
See, I'm gonna go with Lamelo just based off of his shooting ability in terms of the two,
Okay.
and because Ja like is more of a, in my eyes, my favorite point guard all time, and like that, this is my preference. That's Russ.
Russell Westbrook. Yeah. He in my opinion, he top five all time. Maybe top three.
Hey, statistically, he number one.
Yeah, yeah. I seen that the
Other
other day.
than that,
Yeah.
hey, but that's another conversation. But
Yeah.
he reminds me more of a Russ, but like he ain't on Russ. Like he's like younger Russ right now.
Hmm.
As time goes on, and if he stays focused on the game itself and is able to be on the floor, then like maybe like in a few years, like I would give it the job. But like
Right.
as of right now, like in terms of, if we talking straight skill, like offensive ability, like defensive ability, I don't see much from the two, like nothing spectacular.
Hmm.
But if we just compare offense, LaMelo got a more complete game than Ja.
Hmm. I agree. I agree. Okay. Okay. So for most of our picks, we chose Lamelo. I just want to see what he do this year. I think he's going to be an all star. And I'm super happy for him. I hope he don't get injured because last year he was injured, and that just goes on to my next topic. Just mainly focusing on injuries. Like we see people like Kawhi Leonard out. We see people like Joel Embiid. He's been suffering with injuries. Jimmy Butler for the latter part of the year last year, he was dealing with injuries. And you yourself, as a professional basketball player, has dealt with injuries before. So just give me your opinion on from what you've seen, not only from yourself in the NBA, but from your teammates also that has been injured over the years. Like, how does it affect players? You get what I'm saying? Like, and how do you feel like they deal with those type of injuries? Because a lot of people said, and I'm really getting this thought from the Embiid situation. So I'm pretty
Mm-hmm.
sure you heard that Tyrese Maxey called out Joel Embiid for
Yeah.
for being late or whatever. But some people were saying ever since he got the money, he been acting a certain way. But I don't think it's that. I think it's the injury. And you
Mm.
shared some stuff with me about what was going through your process. You don't have to share all of those specifics that you shared with me, but I just want you to give me your general opinion on it because I think it could have been that time that he was injured. I mean, he might have been going through some things, and really, we need to be checking on Joel Embiid's mental health. Like, give me your opinion on that.
Yeah, like that's one thing. Like being in this game for as long as I have, like I wouldn't wish an injury on my worst enemy. and especially like a major injury in terms of like what some of these guys have gone through or are going through at the time now, like with knees and all that stuff like that. Because I was a victim of that. Like I
Mm-hmm.
had like a in college. It was even when I was 18, 19 years old. I
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't have a worry in the world, but ended up tearing my meniscus. I had like a chip bone in my knee. I was out for 8, 9 months,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like days of you just literally not being able to do stuff for yourself that you accustomed to. Like I couldn't even get up and walk to the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Like I couldn't make a meal for myself. Like it's like you feel like less of a person going through some of the circumstances of these injuries. And like the game that has provided so much for me in my life has brought me around the world and allowed me to meet so many people and like make new friends and stuff like that. It's taken away from you like that.
Mm-hmm.
And like then it's like more of a internal battle because you thinking like, man, like, am I gonna come back the same? What
Mm-hmm.
if I'm not coming back the same? How I'm gonna change my game? How I'm gonna move different? Like, it's a lot of mental battles in terms of injuries, and especially for somebody that consistently gets injuries,
Yep.
like
Joel Embiid.
that, like it's a mental battle every single time, like
Mm.
regardless of if it's major or minor.
How many years do you think Joel Embiid has left in the league? And I'm finna check his age real quick, but
But
just based on what the
29,
things
he
you've
should be
seen,
like 29. He shouldn't be
29.
that old. Yeah, he should be like 29 to 30.
Okay, but he's still a big man though.
Nah, facts. It's a lot of big, like anybody that's playing a 4-5, bro, like you taking mad damage. You setting a lot of screens. You That's like one of the most physical positions on the floor, to be brutally honest. And
Mm-hmm.
like in his case, just like off of
He
his
30, by the way.
situation, like good years, if we talking about good years of him like still putting up similar numbers of what he's doing now, I give him about maybe 2 or 3.
Two or three good years.
Yeah.
Wow.
I
Okay.
give him that. But in terms of him like staying in the league just off of his name alone, like he could be one of them guys like Udonis has them that like just chill on the bench or something. You feel me?
Hmm.
But like in terms of like production, I give him maybe 2.
Wow.
And then like then people will slowly start to see that like decline. Like because he putting up like what 20 past few years, he been averaging like upper 20s,
Mm-hmm.
10 rebounds and stuff like that. Then you'll start to see him average like 16 and like 6, or if the points might, depending on his team situation, who knows what it might be for real, or his health
Yeah.
situation.
Man, yeah, yeah, I completely get that because, but 2 years, ooh, I'll probably say maybe four, but I get where you coming from. I could see 2 years because it's just been bad. I mean, even with Paul George, I feel like
That's my
Paul
dog too.
George is on the decline,
And like,
and I made this comment. I made this comment the other day, and I stand on it that I feel like he is going to regret when he finish out his career. He's gonna regret not coming to the Lakers.
oh, for
I
sure.
I feel that because when he first went to the Clippers and then he signed that extension, and I think he said something like he wanted to build his own legacy here, and then you end up wanting to get traded to the Sixers. Like I feel like his career is just is not going well as of this moment.
No, for sure. Like it's definitely not going the way he wanted to be. But like
Hmm.
in terms, because like I've been a fan of PG since he like against the Heat when he was on the Pacers.
Right,
I've been a
the
fan
good
of
old
that of
days.
his game since then.
Hmm.
And as the years went on, like even like some elements of his game, I tried to add to mine. And
Hmm.
like in college, I wasn't known as a 3-point shooter and everything like that. This year, I'm like last year I shot almost 40%
Mm.
from three. This year, I'm like shooting like 42, 43% from three.
Wait, you said at college you wasn't known for a 3-point shooter,
No,
bro. At Minnesota, I watched the game when
I
you
still wasn't even known as a three-point shooter
that
then.
that overtime you was they kept feeding you the
If
ball.
you go back and watch that game, the first three threes that I took were not contested at all because they were like, "Oh, we just gonna live with him shooting," because they were worried about other people on the scouting report.
That
But
makes sense.
as a hooper,
Uh-huh.
I see three threes fall. It's curtains for everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I wasn't even putting the ball on the ground. Like my coaches told me after the game. Like I took 10 dribbles the entire game.
Ooh, and how much you had?
I had 26 and 9. I missed one
Ooh,
three. I
with
missed one
10
shot that whole
dribbles.
game. Yes, it was a
Oh,
Clay Thompson type, bro.
yeah,
And I came
yeah.
off the bench too.
Yeah. I remember. I was because I felt like Minnesota was. Oh no, I felt like they was doing you bogus, bro. I not bogus, but just like I feel like everywhere you was at, honestly, except for Western. Western, I feel like that was your team. You and Mike, that was y'all team. But the Paul and Minnesota, no offense, y'all. But I just feel like, man, you should at least have at least 15 plus touches a game.
and
15 at least.
and as the competitor in me, like I can't disagree with that because like who don't want to provide for their team and like help their team win and everything like that. But that's I feel like one thing that's like has helped me like in my professional career because I have been the guy that teams rely on to score and like lead the troops and everything like that along with like with Western at like with Mike and everything and like those guys like I still talk to them guys to this day like that type of connection like going back to the difference between college and professional like I
Yeah.
had those connections with those guys to this day like
Mm-hmm.
and like the guys at Minnesota, even though like I felt like I could have impacted the game more, I should have got the ball more. Like
Yeah.
I couldn't be mad at the guys that were getting the ball because the coach was telling them to shoot the ball.
Yeah. Okay.
So all I
Okay.
know is like, all right, he put up a shot, I got to be the one to get the rebound. I got to get this offensive rebound to get my points. Or
Mm-hmm.
when they do call a play for me, I got to score on this play.
Yeah.
And like it made me like be kind of more like try to be more of a perfectionist because like at certain schools like I never knew when I was gonna get my number called, but like when I did, I had to make something happen. So
Uh-huh. And the politics of that too. Talk about that. Talk about the how political college basketball can be because like you said, Joe coaches, was telling them to shoot all that. And I believe on DePaul and Minnesota, y'all the both of those teams were ranked at one point, right?
Minnesota we were. DePaul we could have had a few more games. We were on the verge of being ranked. But
Yeah. Cause I remember both of those seasons, it was like the latter, the towards the end of the season, y'all were losing games that y'all needed.
in terms of Minnesota, that was probably if like skill wise, that was the best team that I was a part of because 1 through 5 our team was stacked. Like we
Uh-huh.
had Marcus Carr at the point guard. That he was an All Big Ten player before I even got there.
Uh-huh.
Like uh, at the two, we had Gabe Kalsher. He over like that's my dog. He playing in Germany right now.
Shout out to
Uh,
him.
my dog Booth Gotch.
Mm-hmm.
He I forget what country that he playing, but he hooping in Europe right now. Like
Mm-hmm.
I was at the 4, and then my dog Liam, he currently playing with the Milwaukee Bucks right now. He was at the 5. Like he
Mm-hmm.
played at Minnesota, ended up going to he transferred to Vanderbilt. SEC Defensive Player of the Year, like big time. Like that skill wise, that Minnesota team was top tier, bro. And
Mm-hmm.
like we proved it because we knocked off number 3 Iowa at the crib. Like beat
Mm.
Michigan at the crib.
Y'all beat Michigan?
Yes.
Okay.
Like our team was cold, bro. We was ranked.
Yeah,
I think like the highest we was ranked that season was like 15th or 16th in the country.
yeah, I remember that.
But
Yeah.
it got to a certain point, bro. Like, and like no knock against like our coaching staff or anything like that, but like it would be days, bro. Like we'll have like 5 hour practices.
Mm-hmm.
Like, kid you not, bro. We lost the game in at Maryland.
Uh-huh.
Our coach made us get up for practice at 6 o'clock in the morning, and that practice was for 5 hours.
The next day?
That next morning, the
Oh
game was
my
done at
gosh.
like maybe 9 or 10 o'clock.
Uh-huh.
Then we had to be at their practice facility at 6 a.m.
Mm.
and we practiced for 5 hours. And
What you go ahead.
lo and behold, like the reason why that Minnesota team went on decline, our
Mm-hmm.
whole starting five ended up getting injuries just based off the load of what we were doing on a day-to-day basis in terms of
Right.
practice and game.
Mm. That was gonna be my next question. How did it affect y'all? But obviously we seen that. And back to the injuries point.
Yep.
Just taking care of bodies, getting injuries, like whew. I just,
Like I'm not gonna say I don't believe in load management, but
mm-hmm.
because I feel like to a certain degree, like it should be utilized, but like in terms of Embiid, like how we was talking about,
Mm-hmm.
he he abuses that to a certain extent. I feel, and like
Okay.
I can see why Maxie said what he said because it'd be like certain games. I'd be like, all right, some of the injuries that they talking about that he got, but that he ain't playing, he got a sore toe, or like stuff that I play through on a daily basis.
Yeah.
He can't even get through it, and like people are paying to come see him, probably specifically.
Exactly. Exactly.
Like, come
Come
on,
on,
bro.
y'all. Come on. The 76ers. Drop Embiid right now. Brandon Johnson is available. He's available right now. I'm not saying he that much better, but he'll give you more production than Embiid.
Nah, they
I'm
have to keep Embiid. They don't have to put me at the three spot.
at the
I could
three.
be, yeah. I'm gonna have to be a three with them.
Three, yeah, yeah. So before we get to this Drake Kendrick conversation, because I do want to shift from sports to this entertainment topic. Do
Mhm.
you think that you can play the three guard in the NBA right now? And if so, what team do you think could need your services right now? This is like a promo for right now. You feel me? Because
Nah,
I would love
facts,
to turn on the TV and see you in the Lakers jersey.
man.
I'd be like, oh, hold on, let me get some popcorn in this.
Nah, facts. But I mean, I feel just based off of like if I'm trying to like get some minutes for real,
Uh-huh.
the Bulls.
The
I
Bulls.
mean,
Okay.
I feel like I could play like I got 100% confidence in my ability and skill. Like I didn't put in a lot of
A
work
lot of
in this
hours.
game, regardless of like whether like off the court dealing with injuries or like in the gym by myself, working out with my pops, working out with teammates and everything like that. Like I ain't gonna never say I ain't never backing down to no challenge for sure. But
Mm-hmm.
just in terms of like if I did ever get the opportunity, just based off of the amount of Chicago kids that is on the Bulls right now, like
Mm-hmm.
Io and Taylor and stuff like that, and like I don't know, the threes is a little vacant in that spot. I feel like I can
Mm-hmm.
come in there. I'm 6'6", 6'7", make a difference defensively. I'm gonna do my part offensively. If they
Yeah.
need me to just stand in the corner and shoot,
Yeah.
I'm able to do that.
Yeah.
You can let Levine do what he need to do. You can let you feel me, Vucevic do
Yeah.
what he need to do. But if they need that bail out in the corner, I got enough skill to either get the shot or make one dribble and then go into a move or whatever. Get to the rack, get create for somebody else.
Yeah. Hey,
And like
Chicago. Chicago. Let's
and
make
another
that
thing,
happen.
they need to bring my man Jabari back to the team. They need to bring
Yes.
him back to the crib, bro. Like
Yes.
he hooping in Barcelona right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like he playing overseas. I know he making good money, but that man should not be overseas. He
I
should be in
agree.
the NBA.
I agree. I agree, man. Our Chicago, like as far as like, would you consider Jabari Parker a Chicago legend?
I would
Okay, I would too. So our
just
Chicago, go ahead.
based off of like the statistics of before he got hurt,
Hmm.
and just even like what he did in college. Like
Yeah.
that makes him a Chicago legend in my eyes. A lot of like I was one of them kids that looked up to him. I wanted to model my game to be like Jabari
Hmm.
as a shorty. Like off the rip, like I couldn't do that with D Rose growing up. I just admired him. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, but like I'm 6'6", like
Yeah.
6'7".
Yeah.
Like I know I ain't doing what D Rose can do.
Yeah, D Rose is different. That's why I was saying like our Chicago legends, bro. I just feel bad. Like stricken with injury. We know Jabari Parker's situation with his injury. D Rose or his injury. Like, man, injury prone.
That was a sad day when he retired, bro. But like, it ain't nothing but love and respect for that man because, like, I met him on a few occasions. Like, he talked to my AAU team a couple times, and like, you feel me? Like, just seeing like how humble he is, just knowing how big that he is, like to every kid in Chicago. You feel me? Like, I like. I aspire to be like him on and off the floor, and like
Mm,
even as a shorty, and like he helped model like me being the professional that I am today, dealing with injuries and like dealing with shortcomings in life because that's gonna happen with everybody. But
yeah,
like
yeah,
it's just on how you react and approach it after the fact to make sure that certain stuff don't happen again. You feel me?
yeah. But moving away from sports, we got Drake and Kendrick. Okay, that's been a hot topic, hot as tamales. Okay, now we got so we all know how this started. Do I
Mm-hmm.
know how this started? It started with the big three comments, but I'm not gonna go back that far. Let's
Uh,
start with Kendrick Lamar dropping the album G and X.
mm-hmm.
Um, and it's really interesting that Drake is choosing now to file lawsuits when he just dropped an album. So it's a pretty big story right now. He could have did that before this album dropped,
Mm-hmm.
but cool. So he's um filing a lawsuit against, let me see. So Drake is filing a lawsuit against his what is it, his own company, a distribution company called UMG. So it says, from what I'm told, Drake allegedly feels as if his label UMG is using money he's made them to fund Kendrick Lamar's song, burying him amidst a sensitive label negotiation he's currently in. So that's the first one. So
Mm-hmm.
basically, uh they're in two different labels, but the distribution company is over those two labels, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
So he's saying they're using the money that Drake has made them to advocate more for Kendrick's song and Kendrick bodies of work, specifically the song Not Like Us,
Mm-hmm.
where he's saying certified lover boy, certified pedophile. Like, just think about that, bro. That's gonna be played at the Super Bowl in February, bro.
No, facts. Facts.
And
But
we all gonna be saying it. Yeah,
as it should.
yeah, yeah.
Like
So,
and don't get me wrong, I am a Drake fan. I am a Kendrick fan. I probably got more songs in my phone of Drake than I do Kendrick. But it's a close
I do
margin
too.
already as it is.
Yeah,
But in terms of somebody that loves music, if somebody makes a better song, regardless of if the label is trying to pump more money into this song or whatever, everybody I know likes that song better than majority of the songs that Drake dropped in his disc.
yeah.
Not to say, and Family Matters was a good disc. Don't get me wrong,
It was.
but Drake was coming at like 10, 12 people.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
each song Kendrick is talking about, he coming directly at you.
Yeah.
So it's gonna hit harder. And he made one that you could literally dance to. You could add the Not Like Us song to talking about anything. Like, to
Yeah.
be honest,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
McDonald's can make a Burger King talking about. They can make a commercial talking about Burger King Not Like Us.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, in
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
honesty, like that's a generational song. He just
Mm.
mad that that generational song got made against him.
Mm-hmm.
But he wasn't doing all this. Like Meek Mill didn't do all this hoopla when he dropped back to back against him.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
just
That's
take the
true.
L.
That's true. That's true. And that's the first lawsuit. He's dropping two, but still on this first lawsuit. Um, they're also indicating that he thinks that they've been using about 30 million bots and streams to increase the numbers for Kendrick Lamar, because they use one example when he dropped Not Like Us on YouTube.
Mm,
In 35 minutes it got 900 thousand views in 35 minutes. That means in 1 hour it was probably going to get close to 2 million views
mm.
in 1 hour. And people, and that's what he's alluding to. Yo, y'all just really juicing this to come against me, but it's a conflict of interest. But I just disagree with all of this. Let's say if I do agree that he's right in doing this, which I don't.
Mm.
It's a rap battle. You should keep it rap, Drake. You feel me? But you want to play all this, these light skinned games. My bad, Brandon. I know you light skinned. I know you light skinned. But like some girl made a joke online. They was like, "See, this is you, them light skins with the white mamas. They always be acting up." Because you know how to, like, the mixed kids, it'd be a black daddy and a white mama versus the
Nah,
black
facts. It's a
mama
difference.
versus a
It's a
white
difference.
daddy. It's a
It's a
different.
difference
So,
for sure.
but as far as the bots is concerned, I don't really agree with that, because Drake himself, before Kendrick even dropped, he
Mm.
put out a song saying drop, 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 like drop and give me 50,
Yeah,
alluding to like Kendrick, just drop your music. So
yeah.
when he did drop it,
It started to get critical.
right, and people start listening. You think, bro, and I think Not Like Us, I think that was the first song. The first song was like 6 a.m. in LA, something like that.
616 in
Yeah,
LA. Yeah.
yeah. But the Not Like Us, I think that
That was like the
came,
third song.
that was the third song.
Cause I think he dropped that, and then it was the Meet the Grams,
Yeah, yeah.
and
But
then he dropped Not Like Us. I think.
right, but what I'm trying to say is, the reason I think it did the numbers is because people were not expecting Kendrick to come this
At all.
hard.
At
So
all.
when we realized that, oh, he dropped another song, let me go and listen. That was my first thought, and I'm pretty sure that was millions of other people first thought. Let
Facts.
me go and listen what he's dropping, because he's dropping at a rate that we really have not seen in recent years before.
And just off the psychological like fact of like how he was coming at Drake for real.
Hmm.
Drake dropped one, and I'm listening to, I think it was the Family Matters. That's
Hmm.
when he dropped Family Matters or whatever. And I'm on TikTok talking about, like, I'm just scrolling and I see a random TikTok, somebody talking about some, yo, Kendrick just dropped again. And I'm like, bro, Drake just dropped an hour ago.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he literally just waited
Less
to
than an
drop.
hour.
He owned that. So like, if you hear it's a rap that never I all my life I have never seen a rap battle happen that quick, bro. And like, just off the respect that somebody, all right, I'm gonna wait till he drop his song, then I'm gonna drop mine. Off the
Hmm.
rip, it's gonna be mad people tuning in and see what he gotta say.
Yeah.
And you made a anthem, like, especially like of how Kendrick was coming at him the first two songs. He was
Mm-hmm.
really like coming at his family, his like how like the women addiction and the gambling addiction and
Yeah, yeah,
him
yeah,
not
yeah.
having the proper family unit or whatever.
Yeah, you got a secret daughter.
Like all that, like in terms of a rap beef, like I like the songs, but when you hear Not Like Us, your first like when you first listening to it, it don't even sound like a rap beef song. But like until you listen to the lyrics for real.
Yeah.
That's what made that song so different. So regardless of what Drake is talking about now, like oh, like he bought his views and all this other stuff. I'm not trying to hear that, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like just take the L respectfully.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I done took losses in my career. Everybody gonna take a loss in their career at some point. This is just his first one, and he don't
Yeah.
know how to handle it, and he making himself look terrible.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I think that's going to affect his music. I think it's going to affect his music now. I don't know about his future music because if he drops some heat, that may shift a little bit.
They ain't gonna tap into it.
You don't think so? Not if he
Not as much.
drop some heat.
Not as much.
Mm, I can see that. I can see that. The line that really got me though was like he was like I believe he was like uh when you see sexy red, I believe you see two bad bitches. Like when you be
Yeah,
around sex, bruh, that
he be
got me.
tripping.
I was what?
It be the selfies for like that. Like when I see
Yeah.
Drake do a selfie and like he like puckering his lips up, like I'm like, bro, like you a grown man. Like what are we doing here?
Yo, but I think as far as him being a grown man, he is, but he's living like a 20-year-old life. So like he with multiple girls, he not really settled down. But he has said even in his music that he does eventually want to settle down. But I just think that people are realizing that between these two artists, one artist is for the culture
Mm-hmm.
and one artist is not really. So
Facts.
you can say that right now, especially with Kendrick Lamar just dropped a video for his new song called Squabble Up.
Yeah.
And in that music video, he paid homage to Ice-T. He paid homage to the Roots. He paid homage to Menace to Society. He paid homage to some his I don't know, I forgot what the Hispanic group is called, but he had some Hispanics there just paying homage to the Hispanic culture in LA, like just the culture of art, like hip hop culture, black culture, all of that. Kendrick Lamar represents that, and I think Kendrick did a great job of saying, "Yo, I am the culture, and he is not. Do not allow that culture vulture in our spaces anymore." That's what
And
I
like
think he's
and
going to.
I agree with some of the stuff that Kendrick is saying because like in terms of the music and what he talks about,
Mm-hmm.
like Kendrick last I'm not talking about the one he just dropped, but the
Mm-hmm.
last album, like
The
from what I
Borals and the
remember,
Big Steppers.
every album that he had previously
Mm-hmm.
talks about real life situations in terms of what black men have to face every day in certain
Mm-hmm.
songs.
Yep.
The struggle of being a black person in the society that we're in now.
Mm-hmm.
And what does Drake talk about in 90% of his music? 95 about him dealing with another girl every other week,
Mm-hmm.
about how his house looked like the Playboy Mansion, this, that, and the third, about him spending mad money. Like in
Mm-hmm.
certain instances, yes, it is okay to hear, it's cool to listen to, but that's what made me more of a Kendrick fan over the last few years because especially like dealing with the job that I'm doing now. Like I'm over here by myself. Like music motivates me because I don't have like the love and affection from my girlfriend that like being with her every day and like being with my seeing my parents and like seeing my
Mm-hmm.
sister and my nieces and my nephews and stuff like that. I don't have that. So
Mm-hmm.
I like listening to like that type of music motivates me to be like, hey, like I'm not just here for myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing this to provide for my family. I'm doing this
Yeah.
to like pave the way for the next kid that might be coming to this team, coming overseas like behind me. Like I'm a guy to set an example for the next generation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Drake's music don't get at all, and like
Mm.
now that people starting to get older, like especially like kids around our age, like Drake was prevalent when we were shorties,
Yeah.
and the older that I got, yeah, I still listen to Drake, but I don't listen to Drake his new music as much as I do, as much as I used to,
Yeah.
because it don't have that much substance in it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And even with I think years down the line when we look back at this beef, these songs are gonna live forever. And we gonna listen to it and we like, man, he was really talking to his son, talking to his mother, talking to his dad. Like, bro, your son, you raised a degenerate. Like, like what the like
Now,
what is going on, bro? He really went in and Meet the Grams and did Euphoria. That's probably my favorite, bro. I know Not Like Us is up there, but Euphoria
yeah,
is really like that, bro.
just like when I first me like the first time listening to those two songs,
Mm-hmm.
I was in a state of shock, bro. Like how deadly Kendrick was like attacking this man though,
Yeah.
and it's like, all right, like I'm listening to the jabs that Drake throwing.
Mm-hmm.
Kendrick, the jabs that he was throwing was on them was Tyson punches that he was throwing, prime Tyson punches.
Prime.
The punches
Not that
that,
Jake Paul. Not that Jake Paul.
oh bro, he was hitting different, bro. He was hitting
Yeah.
different.
Yeah, speaking of hidden different though, we gonna get to this second though. This second lawsuit, and this one is for defamation. So Drake accuses UMG, the same distribution company, in the second legal filing, says the music group could have stopped the release of Kendrick Lamar's song, falsely accusing him of being a sex offender. Okay. Now to a regular person, and let me read this statement real quick. Um, it says before it approved the release of the song, UMG knew that the song itself, as well as the accompanying album art and the music video, attacked the character of another UMG's most prominent artist, Drake, by falsely accusing him of being a sex offender, engaging pedophile, pedo, pedophilic, whatever this word is, acts.
Prolific is crazy.
I know, acts harboring sex offenders and committing other criminal sexual acts. Um, which was crazy when I first found out that the house in the video was Drake house and the little red dots was the red dots used on the sex offender list.
Mhm.
So they was saying like it's multiple sex offenders in his house, alluding to it's not only Drake, or it may not be Drake at all, it's the people around him. I think um Kendrick was alluding to that too, but when he said certified lover boy, certified pedophile, we all know that he was talking about Drake, but Kendrick Lamar could spin this like, oh, I wasn't calling him a pedophile. I was saying people around him was a pedophile. If you did wanted to spin it that way, but in my opinion, Drake, I mean, this is a rap battle and you turned this to something else because you got your feelings hurt. That's all this
In all
is, bro.
honesty, I mean, like that's what it's coming off as, and
You got your feelings hurt, bro. Like,
like, what can you
use
say?
it. Come, come on, man. You were supposed to come back with some heat. You told, and I keep going back to this point of Drake. He said, "Drop, just drop the songs." I've been waiting for this. He's saying all this cocky stuff. He came back with that other diss, but come on, bro. Even in that diss, he made it sound like already dropped a disc before this, and he put out the song with the Tupac and Snoop Dogg AI or
Yeah,
whatever. Um, but he he was rapping like it was over in what was the most
I
recent one?
forgot the last one. I forgot the last one. It was I think he labeled it like the heart, like how Kendrick does like
Yeah,
some of his
yeah,
songs.
yeah,
But like when I'm listening to it, I'm just like, yo, this song is terrible. like, like, like in terms of rap battle, like presence, I'm like it, like this was like a petty song, like you just put out, bro. Like you just put it out just to put it out.
yeah,
And
yeah,
you talking about like, oh, like we planned on you using like certain information and all this other stuff. No, you didn't. Like, don't make it seem like you like no.
yeah. And
Kendrick
he
came with the strategic plans. You did not. Don't try to
yeah.
make it seem like you coming like him now. No.
And he really mad that all his favorite is on Kendrick's side. All the greats,
Mhm.
Snoop Dogg, Busta Rhymes just posted something. Dr. Dre, like all the greats is on Kendrick's side. Yo, ex Drake, your ex SZA, she's on Kendrick's side. She's on two of these songs on this album. Imagine your ex, Brandon, getting on another dude's song on his side. Like, no, in this little back and forth, I'm on his side. You're gonna feel some type of way. So Drake, if you feel some type of way, get in the booth. What did Lotto said? Get in the booth.
What did May say on his podcast? Talking about, don't get mad at me.
Yeah.
Work on your game. like, come on. Like, come on, bro. Like you getting mad because somebody really took it to a different level. Like
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
Drake was coming at Meek Mill, bro, we was thinking like, yo, like Drake really talking, like
Yeah.
he on a different level.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now one thing I do gotta say though,
What?
if Kendrick really does try to come for Wayne, bro, it might get bad for Kendrick, bro. I ain't even gonna
I
lie to
don't
you.
think so. I don't think so. Have you seen the well, it don't have to be a performance. It could be a song. So Wayne still got it lyrically. But I think Kendrick is in his prime and Wayne is not. Brandon, stop. Stop looking at me like that. Wayne is not in his prime. Kendrick is watching Wayne, bro. I give Wayne two rounds. If they going round for round, I give them two. If they got 5 rounds, I give Wayne two to Kendrick's three.
I'm taking Wayne, sweeping him. The reason why I say
Nah,
this, bro,
nah, you crazy.
you can look at a freestyle of Wayne when he was a shorty,
Uh-huh.
and even a song like it's one song that I bumped like Wayne like he featuring on it with Corday. It's called
Mhm.
Saturday Mornings.
Are you talking about the newest one on his
Yeah,
album or the okay?
hearing that man rap from when he was a shorty to now, bro, the metaphors and the way that his mind works in terms
Hmm.
of a song,
Yeah.
I know that Kendrick is very talented.
Hmm.
But if you give Wayne time to think, that's bad, bro.
Okay.
That's
I
like
think
giving Kobe.
I think
That's like giving Kobe time to work in the lab, bro, before the finals.
I think it's the same thing with Kendrick, man. I think we've seen Drake is so called the best rapper in this generation. And I'm just saying, according to the masses, they saying he the best of this generation, and Kendrick Lamar handle him like it's nothing. So you don't think I'm not saying Wayne is washed, which he's not, but you think out of his prime, Wayne is washing in his prime Kendrick? It's not happening, bro. It's not.
Wayne ain't never been out of his prime, gang.
Now we lying. This what we doing right now. We lying.
What makes him out of his prime? Lyrically, what takes him out of his prime?
I'm not saying he can't. He gonna be rapping forever, but his prime is like set it for. I don't want to make this a numbers thing, but just like what? So that last verse that you heard him, you like that blew your mind because the last few Kendrick verses blew my mind.
But that's the thing. Wayne ain't dropping songs like how he used to. Like he real life chilling. He
That
just
mean he
featuring.
not in his prime.
But his features hit crazy, bro. Just imagine if he really wanted to get on a song and get disrespectful to somebody.
Yeah.
It's gonna get bad for Kendrick, bro. And especially after the Super Bowl like ordeal, bro. He can't even perform at his hometown. And he went on interview.
Mm-hmm.
Wayne saying that he wanted this was a goal of his one day because he wanted to have his mom see him perform at the Super Bowl.
Mm, mm.
So you think a man with that goal and you just got it taken away from him? You don't think he gonna kill him, bro?
No, I don't. Not at all. Not at all. Cry me a river, Wayne. Okay, come on, bro. I'm not trying to buy none of
Hey,
that he's selling, bro. The Super Bowl wasn't promised to him, and he could be mad all he want. I just know what Kendrick doing, bro. Bro, from Meet the Grams to Not Like Us, to Meet the Grams, Euphoria, and Not Like Us, that right there, that did it for me. And
but
Drake did, but Drake, hold on, Drake didn't even get disrespectful. That's the thing. So if Wayne get
he kind of
disrespectful,
did
you
though.
you
He kind
don't
of
think?
did. Drake got disrespectful. He said he was beating on his shorty. He beating on his
Ah, that was.
fiance.
Yeah, that was.
Then he said that he don't that he that's one of the angles that Drake kept trying to come at Kendrick at was
Yeah,
saying
like he
that
wasn't
you
a
bought
good
an
father.
apartment in New York
Yeah,
and you from
yeah,
LA, your wife ain't even out there, your kid ain't out there, and you hitting
yeah,
white girls and you supposed to be the black king.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But like, you feel me? Like he didn't have that much ammunition in
No,
terms of coming at Kendrick for real, for real.
but I just mean being disrespectful. Like I think Wayne can go crazy and be really disrespectful. I just think Kendrick would come back. It's prime Kendrick. I think if Wayne go off limits, Kendrick Lamar is gonna go way off limits. Did uh Wayne, you crazy? Didn't you kiss that nigga on the lips, the baby? Something crazy like that. Like so crazy like that. You feel me?
But don't
Over.
get me don't get me wrong. It will be a lot to say on Wayne, but it'll be so much old stuff that Kendrick will be bringing up about Wayne. But like Wayne, I don't think he will get more disrespectful, not in terms of his life. He will just get disrespectful in terms of just rapping, just like actual bars aimed at Kendrick. Not
Mm-hmm,
in terms of attacking his personal life, but like the metaphors that he gonna spin off on these diss tracks
mm-hmm.
is gonna be mad crazy. Like
Okay.
listen to every bro, listen to his dedication 6, the mixtape.
Uh-huh.
And listen to how this man makes other people's beats. He makes them his song better than the original.
Mm-hmm.
And he's
I
been
agree.
doing that for all majority of the dedications that he dropped.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm not mistaken, he might have did a Kendrick song on one of them. He had to because he did it for everybody. Drake, Jay Z, any artist that you could think of, he probably has remixed their song. And you
Mm-hmm.
hear that lighter flick, people didn't forget that lighter flick, bro. You
Okay,
know when
so
he like that, it's over.
what I would say is if this did happen, if a back and forth did happen between Lil Wayne and Kendrick, I think a lot of people would be watching. I think it would be definitely one for the ages, especially him coming off the victory against Drake. He is going the storylines is gonna be crazy. They gonna say he going for Drake to Wayne next. He gonna go against Nicki like the Trinity because you ever seen a meme where the Lou the what's his name Death with the sword he go to door
Oh
and his
yeah,
blood
yeah,
leaking out, so it's kind of like that it's gonna be a whole bunch of memes like that. and I think we are gonna hear that lighter flick, and I think Wayne is gonna go crazy. But I think Kendrick is gonna surprise a lot of people if he out raps. And if that does happen, I do want you to come on here and we're gonna do another episode
Oh,
for sure.
I got to.
But I want to place a bet on that because I'm fully Kendrick, bro.
But the
I
thing is, too, you forget Wayne is a blood, bro. So he really gonna come for Kendrick.
what Kendrick a crip?
No, but
Oh,
in terms of, well, I don't know, is he?
I don't know. Let me see who he's affiliated with. I'm finna check real quick. Keep talking.
But like in terms of like Wayne know that type of lifestyle, bro. Like he really like he was about it at some point in time in his life, for real, for real.
Uh huh.
And if Kendrick is a crip, bro, that just give him more ammunition.
No, he might be affiliated with the Bloods too. Hold on, let me see. Chat GBT, they know everything. Let's see. Okay. So it says Kendrick Lamar is not officially affiliated with any gang, but he has frequently referred gang culture and impact, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to read. Bloods and Crips, nobility, Lamar's family. Oh, notably, Lamar's family has ties to Bloods. So,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
So, but what type of blood is Lil Wayne? New Orleans blood? Come on, get that out of there. That's
Apparently his
not the
blood
original.
everywhere.
That's not the original. No, 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 no,
Hey,
no.
he got the tears on his face for a reason, bro.
Man.
Them teardrops mean it means something. You done did something.
Hey, everybody watching, I need y'all to put in the comments who y'all think will win, bro. Who do y'all think will win in the rap battle? Kendrick versus Lil Wayne. I didn't even know we was gonna get to this topic, but we're here. I love it though. I love it. I love it, bro. Any Thanksgiving's plans?
Man,
That's I know you out there in
practice,
Brazil.
practice. If anything, I'm gonna end up cooking myself a Thanksgiving meal.
Okay. Dang. Is it possible to ship you some food?
I'm like people can ship me stuff, but just in terms of like dealing with international customs,
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't receive that package. Like, let's say you send me something tomorrow,
Uh-huh.
I probably wouldn't get that for like a month and a half, bro.
Dang.
That's how it was when I was in Europe. It might be different in South America,
Mm-hmm.
but in Europe, like one of my teammates in Estonia, like his mom sent him like a gift bag, pretty much like all like his favorite snacks. And
Mm-hmm.
Customs literally opened up every one of them, like Oreo cookies, chips, all of them. They opened them
Mm-hmm.
and then put it back in the box. So like when he got it, all the chips were stale, the cookies were stale, like everything was super hard. Like he's still trying to eat them because
Mm-hmm.
he like, man, like we ain't got these out here.
Yeah.
Like I ain't gonna have this for like another 6 months. Like
Yeah. I was thinking about freezing it though. If I did send you something. You think they'll take like if it I don't think if it will stay frozen though. A month and a half.
nah.
That's yeah. Yeah. Cook you some mac, some yams, man. Get you a turkey, man. I don't know if they got the ingredients out there for it, but
They got different ingredients, but the food out here, like it's good though. Don't get me wrong, because like the team that I'm a part of, like I get free meal, free lunch and dinner,
mm-hmm,
uh, at the facility that we play and practice at. But like every day, like it's a new meal. Like it'd be like steak and like rice and beans and
mm-hmm.
like they had their own form of like I forgot the name of the food, but like it was like Brazilian gumbo one day. Like
Ooh.
fire. Like I ain't had one bad meal here, bro.
Bruh.
But like
Okay. So
I miss the food from back at home, but like they got something out here for sure in terms of food.
okay. So for Thanksgiving for yourself, you should get you a little thick chef, a thick shorty, come in there, cook for
Nah,
you, big booty and
nah.
food.
I need my shorty from the crib.
Look,
My one
look,
and
y'all.
I need my
Hey,
one
my
and
bad.
only to
Look,
go. I need
look.
my
I
one and
would.
only to be here with me.
Yo, I was just testing him. Y'all see how he just went straight to his girl? That's a good man right there. That's a good man. Take notes, fellas. Take notes, because
Nah.
he could have easily been like, you know what I did? She saw him walking down the street the other day.
Nah, she knows who she is. That's my girl. I done been with her. I done been with her through thick and thin, and like that, she got my heart, and I got her.
I love that. I love that.
Always, always.
I love that. Let me see. I got a couple more questions before we get out the episode. I don't want to keep you too long, bro. Um, Let me make sure. Is there anything you wanted to touch on, bro? As far as that's going on?
What your Bears, bro? Like, let's talk about the Bears a little bit, man. What's going on, man?
So we know right now at this current point that it's not the quarterback. Okay, it's not Caleb Williams.
It ain't at all.
We got a new offensive coordinator, so he's been doing well. It's
Mm,
just from what I've been watching the last few games, lost on the Hail Mary against
mm.
Washington, got a
Unfortunate.
blo- got a block punt against Green Bay.
Mm,
Uh what else? We went to overtime and they kicked the game winning field goal against the Vikings. So it's just situational football. When we get down to that fourth quarter, like where are playmakers? I'm talking about
mm-hmm.
offense and defense and special teams. People
Right.
that are making plays and the team working as a whole, including the coaches, to
Mm,
make sure we finish this game off to get a W. I feel
for
like
sure.
that's really not there yet. Situational football, and that starts with the head coach all the way down, and that includes Caleb Williams also. So I feel like the Bears, as of recent, in the last 3-4 games, has not been good at finishing out the games. Real
All
talk.
right.
I mean, it's no way we should be. Another team should win a game off a Hail Mary or a block punt.
Nah. And I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't see the game live. Well, I didn't see the game. Yeah, I didn't see the block field goal game live.
Mm-hmm.
But I was on FaceTime with my girl and like around like one of my friends while he was on like a group FaceTime with us and everything. And I hear him like literally yelling to the top of his lungs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh my God. Oh my God. I'm thinking like he done hurt himself in the crib or something. I'm like, yo, bro,
Mm-hmm.
like what's going on? He was like, go on Twitter and look and see how we just lost.
Mm.
And then I see the Hail Mary, and I'm like, bro,
Heartbreak, bro.
it's
Heartbreak.
crazy. And
Heartbreak. That's really what it is, bro.
and like honestly, in all honesty, I ain't gonna say that like the Bears are a bad team. They just had some unfortunate outcomes in terms of a few games
Yeah, yeah.
that
Because
pretty much made or break them making it to the postseason.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So we really gotta finish out this season strong, and we gotta see who's really for us and who's not. As far as personnel, I'm talking about coaches and players. Whenever I'm talking about the Bears, I'm not only talking about the players, because a lot of people like to throw the players under the bus, but I would not do that. Coaching, it means a lot. It means a
Fact.
lot.
Now,
So
well, one question I do have:
what's up?
Caleb Williams or Justin Fields? Do you feel like that was the right choice of getting Caleb Williams? Or do you think that y'all could have had similar or better success with Justin Fields?
Um, right now I'm gonna say Caleb Williams.
Okay.
And if you would have asked me this question 6 months ago, I would have said Justin Fields, because I
Mm,
seen him live in person. I went to a Bears game last season. It was
mm,
snowing. It was great. I think we beat the Falcons.
mm,
Um, but the reason I say Caleb Williams is because I see the progression and I see it rapidly happening.
mm,
So the before Caleb Williams, a lot of people jumped off that bandwagon. Not a lot. A few people jumped off the Caleb Williams bandwagon because they see him, they saw him, they put the expectations here for the start of the season and he didn't meet those. So they like, wow, he not what we thought. No, it was the coaching. They fired the offensive coordinator, the ones who run the plays for the offense,
Mm-hmm.
and now he's looking a lot better. It's a team sport. You like once the team is all in for you as the
Mm-hmm.
quarterback, as the leader, then you can be the best player you could be. It was very situational because Justin Fields, he was here. A lot of people wasn't here for him. Justin
Yeah.
Fields had the team, but I don't know if he had that coaching staff all the way. I don't know. So as far as the player and their talent and what I've seen,
Mm-hmm.
Justin Fields is a little bit more mobile, but after that game on this past Sunday against the Vikings, Caleb Williams is also mobile. Maybe not as mobile as Justin Fields, but he's still mobile. I seen him get out the pocket, jump over a Vikings player just to run and get the first down. So, and he could throw on the run. He's very accurate. His balls is real smooth. Like he throws it so effortlessly, but the velocity and the way that the ball is moving, it looked like he throwing it 100 miles per hour. But it just comes so easy to him. So once you put the right pieces around him, he has the offense for it. He just needs the right coaching staff, and I'm going with Caleb Williams.
I can respect that. I can respect that. Just like I ain't like you know me and like I ain't no die hard Bears fan. Like I ain't gonna say I'm a genuine Bears fan to begin with anyway. But just knowing the little bit about football that I do, I just
Mm-hmm.
felt like me personally, I didn't know that I didn't think that the Bears gave him enough time to really see like his full potential. And I felt like with him being there and like it ain't no knock on Caleb Williams. I'm like it was confusing to me at first seeing how they could give up on a quarterback that's showing potential and risk it all for a guy just fresh out of college. But
Mm-hmm.
seeing how his progression over this season, regardless of the win or loss, looking at the highlights of him, because some games I'm not able to catch, but like looking at the highlights of how his game has evolved from the first snap that he took to where he is now, like I'm not gonna say I ain't gonna sit up here and say like oh it's a bad pick because I felt like both teams benefited on that transaction regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Like they got a quarterback for the future, and the Steelers got a quarterback for the future, and I mean like yeah, like at first like how you said like 6 months ago
Mm-hmm.
before the season I would say Justin Fields too, just off of like the disrespect that I felt that he was getting from the Bears.
Yeah. 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 So the Bears, I mean, this not our season. I thought it would be, but hope next season it has to be. We cannot make it to the playoffs or Matt Eberflus is gone. I don't think he's gonna get fired this season, but I think he's getting fired next season if they don't at least start 7-2 or
Depending on how
7-3.
they end the season, he might get fired this.
Look, come on, man. Come on. The Bears
You
is
never
right
know.
there. The first 5 games of this season, they was talking about our conference being the best, which it still is.
Yeah.
The best conference in the NFL, but the Bears kind of like lowered that a little bit because they started losing. Like they was still in the hunt. You feel me? I don't think we ever
Mm-hmm.
seen 4 teams from one conference all make it to the playoffs, but that could be done. But we have to beat those teams. Actually, that can't be done because at the end of the season, we have to play each person from each conference play that team twice.
Yeah.
So we would play the Packers twice, the Vikings, and the Lions. So
The main
somebody
thing is
got to
y'all got to get the
lose.
get back on the Packers, bro. Like I ain't
Yes,
even gonna
bro.
lie, y'all got to get that get back on the Packers.
It's Packers K. It's Packers K. All right.
Facts.
But yeah, man, that's all I pretty much got, bro. This is a great episode with you, bro. What I ask or what I try to ask because I've been lacking on my last few guests.
Mm.
because this is the Game Changers podcast, so I asked each one of my guests, Brandon Johnson, what makes you a game changer?
Ooh.
Mm,
What makes me a game changer? I put my all into my craft. I put my all into my family and
mm,
everything in terms of life that somewhat gets overshadowed behind the glitz and glamour of everyday life and people like necessarily like focusing on material things.
mm-hmm,
Like the game changer for me is getting my connection closer to my family. The game changer has been connecting and like growing to get like I've known you my whole life. You've been a brother to me my whole life, and I've been able to with the game of basketball have other people that have become family in terms of friendship in that way.
yeah, yeah,
And my connection with God, just in terms of me being in these different countries all by myself, like there's some lonely nights involved in it. And
mm-hmm,
if it wasn't for God, it ain't no way that I'd be able to even get through like the mental struggles of what this job entails.
mm-hmm,
And like in terms of me, like I'm I'm a game changer because I feel like I prioritize everything that's important.
I like that. I like that. Prioritizing things that are important. And shout out to God, because he the ultimate game changer, man.
Yes,
Can't
sir.
do nothing without God, man.
Yes, sir.
Man. Brandon Johnson, y'all. I appreciate you coming on my platform, man. I appreciate you talking with me. You know, we talk like this all the time, but you
Nah,
came on the
facts.
platform, bro. I appreciate you, bro.
Once
For
I'm
real, for
done
real.
here, I got to be there in person, bro. Got to be there
Yeah,
in person.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
cool to do it over the Zoom, but it's
yeah,
gonna hit different in person
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, and I took it light on you today. I took it light on you today. But when we get in person, it's definitely gonna be a show, man. It's definitely
Say
gonna
that.
be a show.
Say
But
that.
one of the most important things, y'all, one of the most important things in this world is to try to help people wha- help people all around the world or help people in your circle, because a little bit of inspiration, y'all. A little bit of inspiration, man. It can go a long way. I'm TJ, this Brandon, Mr. Game Changer. We signing out.
Yes, sir. My dog.
Mm.